To a point where the next one's going to be, you know what, the N-word. You know what the N-word is, right?
Nuclear.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
I figured you'd want to clean that up. No, it's the N-word. That's a very nasty word, right? In a lot of ways.
Does Trump actually do anything other than golf and act unhinged during interviews all day? I mean, for example, today, the President of the United States, early in the morning, wrote a tweet about Taylor Swift while he was in the Middle East. He then did an interview where he acted unhinged and talked about the N-word, and then he lied about multiple Middle Eastern deals that he made. And I want to use this video as a chance to surgically and precisely debunk the lies Trump has been telling over the past week, because he's flaunting all of these deals, attempting to take PR wins, and trust me, his MAGA fan base is eating it up. But that's why I do this show, to push back, to give you guys the counter arguments. Before I show you this clip of Trump trying to explain away the luxury jet he took from Qatar, I want to show you me on Fox News today trying to push back against the idea that Trump is taking wins in the Middle East. If you appreciate me going on these Fox stations, make sure you scroll down and drop a like. Drop some blue hearts, and let's just start here.
For the most part, it appears President Trump's trip to the Middle East was a success. Would you agree?
No, do not get distracted. A lot of these deals are complete fluff and are completely hollow. First of all, Trump got a $400 million jet right before he went to Qatar. Off the back of that, he cut this massive deal with Saudi Arabia. But remember, in 2017, Trump cut another deal with Saudi Arabia for $142 billion. It never manifested. It was never realized. Trump is being made look like, or they're making Trump look like a fool by having this transactional relationship where I don't know if he even realizes it's transactional. Like, they view him as this old patronage type leader where you can give him gifts and maybe they'll give you something in return. Now, to take a nuanced stance, yes, Trump is taking a lot of really good PR wins with all of these deals. But I also think we have to look at the history and the context of his old deals. Remember, in 2017, he got this massive deal with Saudi Arabia, but do they actually deliver? Or do they know what game they're playing with Donald Trump and PR? You know, that's the most frustrating part. These Middle Eastern leaders know the game that they're playing. When the leader of Qatar gifts Trump this jet, he knows exactly what he's doing, but it doesn't really seem like Trump knows what's going on here. So when I take the nuanced position there and I say that Trump is taking PR wins, people are going to get mad when I say that. I'm not saying that Trump is good at negotiating. I'm not saying that he's a good president. I'm not even saying that this is a good trip. I'm saying that not only will his fan base, but the average voter will eat up these deals if we don't explain to them why he's lying. And if you don't believe me, if you think the average voter won't believe what Trump's saying, then you're way behind. Trump won the election because he repeatedly lied to the American people. Trump knows how to leverage PR stunts. Trump is trying to turn this Middle Eastern visit into a PR stunt. We need to make sure that we're spreading the truth. So don't get mad that I say that Trump's deals are fake, but they look good, because I'm saying that they're fake. I'm trying to spread the truth here. Here's Trump talking about the luxury jet he accepted from Qatar and just tripping over himself, trying to post hoc rationalize it. Check this out.
And he suggested this, and I said, you know what, that's very nice. That's very nice, I appreciate it. What would be the price? He said, there is no price. I said, that's nice.
That's incredibly nice, wow. The leaders of countries that are generally very brutal and violent and abuse human rights, these leaders are actually really nice. I didn't know that.
Now, this plane's not for me. This goes to the United States Air Force.
False. It only goes to his presidency for 4 years as Air Force One, then it's retired.
For whoever is president.
No.
And at some point, it'll be like Ronald Reagan. It'll be decommissioned. You know, it's 11 years old.
So it stays until it's decommissioned.
Yeah, it'll be decommissioned because they won't want it. Plus, they'll have the other two planes by that time. And there'll be brand new planes, etc. But I just want to say,
what they're not mentioning before he says whatever the hell lie he's about to say is that this will take hundreds of millions of dollars to refurbish, and it's going to be retired after Trump's term. So he says that anybody who's president can use it, but he means anybody who's president over the next 4 years.
It was a radical left story that a lot of people, including you.
And I asked the prime minister about it specifically. And he said, you know, he didn't understand the reaction back home. And, you know, he made that clear.
I think it was, and he suggested that.
Insane. Imagine if Biden took a bribe, even close to this. They kept saying that Biden was the big man and took 10% from China because of some like 2013 email that was misinterpreted. But when Trump comes out and says, yeah, I took a $400 million plane from a country that doesn't really like the U.S. Nobody questions it. And then there are reports that his relationship with Netanyahu has splintered due to this and around this time, but Trump, of course, continues to deny it. Let's take a listen.
Well, on the way back, not doing it this time. Obviously, the Israel-Hamas and what's happening in Gaza is driving a lot. How do you see that? Are you frustrated at all with Prime Minister Netanyahu?
No, look, he's got a tough situation. You have to remember there was an October 7th that everyone forgets. It was one of the most violent days in the history of the world, not the Middle East, the world, when you look at the tapes. And the tapes are there for everyone to see. So he has that problem. That problem should have never happened. Now, if I were president, that problem wouldn't have happened.
What do you mean, dude? He said the same thing. Like, India and Pakistan just broke out in a war, and I was waiting for Trump to say this never would have happened if I were the president, but he wasn't able to. When it comes to Netanyahu, Trump has given Netanyahu free rein to do whatever the hell he wants. And the funny thing is, Trump is so damn dumb and transactional, I'm pretty sure Netanyahu is beginning to squirm as Trump cuts deals with every single Middle Eastern leader in the book, but not just cut deals. Sorry, let me revise my wording. Trump takes bribes. For example, the new leader of Syria, who I actually like, he's of course better than Assad. My grandpa is from Syria. My dad grew up in Syria. The new leader of Syria told Trump, I will give you a Trump Tower. Within the hour, Trump had lifted the sanctions on Syria, showing that Trump is not benefiting America. This isn't to benefit the country at all. It is to benefit his own bottom line at the end of the day, and it's very, very clear. Let's watch this clip of Trump talking about the Butler shooting, where he was almost assassinated. Let me know if you can make any sense of what he's saying.
On mobile.
But you're the president. Can't you find out?
No, I know. I'm relying on my people to tell me what it is. You know, we have deep-seated craziness in this country, and I'm relying on my people.
We do have a lot of deep-seated craziness in this country. They voted for you, brother.
And so far they're good, but so far and in this case it's Secret Service, they tell me it's fine. But it's a little hard to believe, to be honest with you, okay? It's a little bit hard to believe as I get that throbbing feeling.
Yeah.
I get a little throbbing feeling.
Well, if you find out, we'd love to know. We continue to ask.
I know. No, I
and a lot of people
what
ask us.
You know, I understand that Trump is the president of the United States. I totally understand this. So I'm kind of asking this question rhetorically, but why do people still interview this guy? I have not seen a single interview of this dude over the past 10 years where he says something unique, where I'm impressed with what he says, where he brings a new political perspective, where he wins an argument. People interview him over and over, and it's the same narcissistic baby meltdown every time where he's deflecting blame. Genuinely, is there anybody who can link me a clip where Trump is saying something insightful or unique or new? If you can, then I will pay you $100. Genuinely, let me know in the comment section below. Type a yes, type a no, drop a link. I want to know. I love you all. Thank you for helping build this beautiful community. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.